call Halayimla, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders that prophesied and rule well for the hopeful 144 and the one third of Yasharahla, who this world refers to as Israel, starting at the house of great millstone. Shalom to you Akim, who teach and learn in sincerity. Shalom to the Akwith, who learn in sincerity. It's your brother, Kanan. And this will be titled Shema Yasharala, which translates to Hear Israel. And if you know, hear, listen, give heed, okay, to what is being spoken. All right. Right now, you looking at an image of a cloud form that took place over Denver Airport, and that right there, that's the Lord giving you that sign, giving this wicked generation a sign. You see these clouds, hey, beyond this being Photoshop, this should be a horror, a terror to man. Okay, you see that dark hair, his beard, his eyebrows, his fro on top. All that's the Lord's work. You know, that's the Lord's work, and He did this. He presented this image of Him above Denver Airport. You get the time, do your research on the wickedness of that facilities. Okay, Deuteronomy 6:4. Hear, O Israel, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, our Allah, our power is one Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, one Lord. And I'm going to get that, okay, in the interlinear concordance, okay? Hear, Shemai, O Israel, Yasharahla, the Lord, we know, Yahweh, okay? Our God, Allah, Allaha, Nawa, Allah, Salakia, Allah, yes, Allaha, Nawa, okay? Our Lord, Yahweh, is a cut one, okay? He is our power. All right, this is important. Okay, hear, O Israel. That's what, hey, he's giving us this time to take heed. All right. Now, I said he is our Lord. Let's back this up. Amos 3:1. Here, there's that warning again. Hear this word that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua has spoken against you, O children of Yasharahla, against the whole family, which I brought up from the land of Egypt. Okay? Saying, and you know, Egypt is was captivity for Moses and the Israelites. And now Egypt, spiritual Babylon, spiritual Sodom and Gomorrah, over here known as United States of America, is the former prison of majority of you so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics. Majority of our people dwell over here in spiritual Babylon for this final captivity. Okay. And we are scattered amongst the four corners of the earth. All right. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Okay. And we're going to back that up through scripture. Adawan Ratazah, Lord willing. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. See, that's saying that he chose us, okay, out of the 18 nations. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. Okay. We're going to skip down here to 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? See all that credit that people be giving to the devil, this devil, no, the Lord has commissioned all things. Read the book of Job, and you will clearly understand the the who they call the devil is literally an angel doing the bidding of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, okay, on his left hand. Surely the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Shai, will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. Okay. So once again, when you see this picture, hey, that's about all you can ask for. Now, how more terrifying would it have been if he would have opened and started speaking? Okay. But then again, that would have made this right here non-true. He said he shall do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets to the prophets. Okay, those men that you deny, that sigh and cry for Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, starting on the highways and the byways, and then on these electronic devices that you see all these lessons go up, whether you hear or forbear, meaning whether you listen or deny. Okay, the warning is out. This is the book of Isaiah, and see, our people are stiff-necked people, hard-headed. Okay, matter of fact, let me get that right now. Isaiah 3, block it. Isaiah 1 and 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel, you so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics, okay, you so-called other nations, because we once again we're scattered to the four corners of the earth. But Israel does not know my people. Didn't he just say, out of all the families, he only chose you? My people doth not consider a sinful nation, a people laden, thickened, smeared on with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken Yahweh Bashem Yahshua. They have provoked the Holy One of Yasharahla unto anger. They are gone all the way backwards. Why should ye be stricken anymore? How long should the Lord punish us and discipline us and deal with our folly from one captivity to another captivity, to us being in the worst captivity now, to the point where we have Stockholm syndrome, where it's just comfortable. We can't even accept and acknowledge the horrific conditions we're in and how better things shall be for us. Okay, why should ye be stricken anymore? Ye will revolt more and more. Okay, turn away from what's right. All right, the whole head is sick, and the whole heart, what is your heart? Your mind, faint. Okay, and that's unfortunately the condition of majority of our people. Whoever Yahweh Bashem Yahushua has not brought about this worldly condition and given insight to, given the seed has been planted and has been watered. Okay, so and we know in these last days many more people will wake up and come into this truth, but as of today, which is still stands where it is, and that ultimately this truth is not for two-thirds of our nation on this side. Okay, this is the book of Isaiah 62 and 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls. Okay, now we've all seen those the movies going back into the oh man, with the castles and whatnot, and the wars going on with the horsemen, the chariots, catapults and whatnot. uh you have your castle, and you have your watchmen, and what do? They got the scopes. They scoping out the area, the landmass, to give warning of the enemy on coming on approach. Okay, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, a people before a place. So wherever we are, okay, we shall never hold their peace, day nor night. So when people tell the prophets that they don't want to hear that, what are you doing? Why are you okay? Yeah, well, you're preaching, but why? What's that going to do? Once again, here's what Yahweh Bashmiel Shah has instructed the prophets, okay? His servants, meaning to serve him. I have set watchmen upon the walls, thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace, day nor night. Ye that make mention of Yahweh Bashem Shah, keep not silence. Okay? And when we not doing this work, when we not teaching, what are we doing? We praying. We're asking Yahweh Bashem Shah for mercy. We praying for health. We praying for protection to be, first of all, upon our family, meaning the body, the those striving to build the temple of King David spiritually, not physically. This is not a $3 million project, $30 million project. Okay, no, this is spiritual. All right, and give him no rest. Who is him? Yahweh Bashmiel Shai, till he establish until he maketh Jerusalem, once again, the people before a place, a praise in the earth. And you know that, you know what that goes to? Thy will shall be done on earth as it is in heaven. And that's a promise, okay? That is a promise. All right. And Yahweh Shai spoke that. This is Ezekiel 3 and 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Does that now sound repetitive? Because that's what this word is. Okay. That's how you learn through and gain understanding through hearing it again and again through these precepts. I gain understanding. Okay. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Yasharahla, you people before a place. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I'm gonna warn you. I'm gonna do exactly what the Lord just told me to do. Okay? When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou giveth him not warning, not at least tell you where you headed, nor speaketh to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thy hand. At whose hand? At the prophet who was lazy, docile, did not go out there and do the work. Same as that watchman on that tower, not looking out for his community. What's going to happen? They're going to get raided. They're going to be ravished. And who's going to be to blame? The people who did not give warning concerning the situation. The Lord is saying the same thing. Okay. Yet, if thou warn the wicked, this is Ezekiel 3 and 19. Yet, if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness. So if the you see the danger coming and it's called out to you that this is, hey, that's the street you should not go down. You don't want to go over in that area over there. They don't, them boys ain't the same as over here. Okay, I'm just giving an example. All right. And he turneth not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. So once again, we're required to give you this warning directly from Yahweh Shai. Okay. And no, we don't make this up. This is not opinion based. This is strictly from the scriptures. Everything Yahweh Shai comes in the volume of the book. So we don't have to add and we bet not take away from it. Okay. This is the book of Psalms 147 and 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob. Who is Jacob? Yasharahla. Okay. He Prince of Power. His statutes and his judgment unto Israel. All right. He have not dealt so with any nation. So once again, there's 18 nations and he chose us. Okay. And guess what? The thing is, his sworn enemy happens to be the twin brother of Jacob, Esau, his nation, his people, Edom. So the on the one parallel, you have Yasharala, the chosen nation. Then all the way at the opposite spectrum, you have the chosen enemy. And in between, you have the fillers, just like any other movie, okay? Just like any other movie. All right. He have not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgment, they have not known them. Praise ye Yahweh Bashmiel Shah. Now that judgment, once again, the law, statutes, and commandments were only given to Yasharala. Sin actually only applies to Yasharala because no other nation can repent from their sin and find salvation through their sin. Okay? And ultimately, we know that that salvation is for the one third on his side. Once again, um, the temple of King David that is being rebuilt, through faith, okay, and works. All right, this is the book of, mhm, this is the book of Baruch, And I was gonna start at 6, but I want to start this at 1. This is the book of the commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and the law that endure forever. See, it ain't nothing about in the scriptures that has been changed, all the way from people believing that you can change up the Leviticus dietary law, which is, that's a whole nother lesson. No, nothing. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has not changed anything. He came to fulfill the law, to carry it out. Okay, not to change it and say what you can and can't do. This is the book of the commandments of Yahweh Shai Shai and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. Turn thee, O Jacob. See, you so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics, you speckled birds, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated. See, we are the Illuminati. Those in the know, Illuminati means to illuminate, means to have understanding and know. Yeah, okay. Your elites, they was illuminated in wickedness. Yahweh Bashem Shai is now raising up the righteous again that will be illuminated forever in his righteousness. Okay. Give not thine honor to another, nor thy things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation. You see, the Lord is not hey, this is clear cut. He's only dealing with his people. O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to Yahweh Bashem Yahshua are made known unto us. Once again, through who? Through the prophets. Okay? Be of good cheer, O my people, the memorial of Yasharahla. You were sold to the nations, to the nations. Who was sold? Who was in those fitter irons? Who? You could Google it right now. Chains. Go look up your just look up Django right now. Just look up Django. I mean, it's way more history than that, but you want something a good watch, just look at Django. You were served to the nations. Uh what's that? Recently, Allison. Look that up. You were sold to the nations not for your destruction. See, he could have did away with us just like that. He didn't destroy us, okay? But because ye moved Yahweh Bashem Yahushua to wrath, which we do every day, ye were delivered unto the enemies. Okay? All the nations. Psalms 83. We got enemies. All the nations are pitted against us. Okay, not to mention 2/3 of our people. For ye provoked him to make Salakia. Baruch 4 and 7. For you provoked him that made you by sacrifices unto devils to this very day, and not to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. All right. Okay. Now peek this out. We're going back to Amos 3. Okay. And 3. Can two walk together except they be in agreed? Now, you've already been told that we're a separate nation. He said he has not dealt with any other, okay, any other nations but us. He has made that clearly, okay? So let me give you an example. This is First Maccabees chapter 1. We're gonna start at verse 9. And by the way, okay, and after his death, just so you know, I'm not going to come all the way up here. Alexander, the son of Philip. Alexander is who we learned about, Alexander the Great. Okay. Now he's an Edomite. They'll take full acknowledgement that he was a Edomite, so-called Caucasian. But then they'll turn around and say that all of our people are Caucasian, which don't make sense. Okay. But now we know Alexander, you can have him. Okay. Now listen, this is Maccabees, First Maccabees chapter 1. And after his death, they all put on crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them. Them crowns, don't they wear those today? After them, many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. Okay, evils were multiplied in the earth. Okay, because these people have took and rule over. Matter of fact, let's get that. We'll come right back. Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Who gave it to him? Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay. Who gave Esau the sword? Isaac. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Okay. He's done it throughout our history. Whitewash. Okay. Throughout our history. All right. Moving back to this first Maccabees, chapter 1. Okay. Verse 10. And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epithemus, son of Antiochus, the king, who had been a hostage at Rome, and he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks. Okay, and hey, I've been hearing so much of this Roman Greek talk from these politicians, saying that they live. I heard Gavin Newsom, the governor of New York, the Slovakia, governor of California, saying that this is the best Roman Athens. Athens, pay attention. Athens, draconian law measurement. He said this is the best Greek Roman society ever, the United States of America. Okay, quote out of their mouth. That's what they dwell on. I hear this coming up. This the Lord has really raised this generation back up. Okay, now here's my point at 11, because we just read. Uh, let's go back to this. Amos 3:3. Can two walk together except they be in agreed? All right, here we go. First Maccabees chapter 1:11. In those days went there out of Yasharahla wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go out and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. Get this? They want, and who was in rulership at this time? Edom. For since we have departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So when the Lord separated us, a majority of Yasharala didn't want that discipline, you know. So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward herein, so caught up in their heart and making it their heart beat for it, long for it, that they went to the king, once again, who's an Edomite, who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen. Go, sure, come on in. Okay, come on in. You like to come on in. Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the customs of the heathen. All right. And made themselves uncircumcised and forsook the holy covenant that was given to who? Us. Okay. Through these laws, statutes, and commandments. All right. And joined themselves to the heathen and were sold to do mischief. Okay, and you can read all the way down. The punishment comes quick. The punishment comes quick because Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is not to be played with. All right, now here we go. Proverbs to back this up. 11:21. Though hand join in hand with the wicked, Salakia, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. So okay, the 2/3 of our nation, man, who want to please themselves in the ways of the heathen and join in and act like there's nothing in this wicked world to see, and it's all good, if you want to call it. It's all good when those who are in a right mind, blessed through Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, say no, it's all bad. Matter of fact, it's all backwards. What we are enduring right now, this fucking country, the whole world. Your leaders are pedophiles who get away with it. Okay, for now, okay, because they're trying this short. That's in Job 2 that can be found. But okay, you got it. You got the sickest of the sick. The Lord said he would set up the base man, meaning the lowest of the low. And that's what we have. Then he said he will reveal the man of perdition, the man of sin. We're seeing it. It's being revealed. Okay. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. The Wadi Habashim Yashai. See, that's a promise. That is a promise. This is the book of Jeremiah 10:1. Here, there's that warning again. Hear ye the word which Yahweh Bashim Shai has spoken unto you, O house of Yasharahla, house, home, family. Thou sayest, Yahweh Bashim Shai, learn not, thou sayest, Yahweh Bashim Shai, learn not the ways of the heathens. See, didn't we just read how we wanted to be like the heathen? And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. So when we have all these eclipses and lunar eclipses and blood moons, yeah, the heathen look at that as something to marvel at. We know it's a sign of what's to come. We know that that's and strictly from Yahweh Bashem Shai giving his people understanding and warning. Okay, for the customs of the people are vain. Do you understand this? This is the time that we're in right now. We're doing holiday after holiday, uh, Halloween, Thanksgiving. What's next? Xmas. Okay, for the customs of the people are vain, empty, nothing. Okay, for one cutteth a tree out of the forest. Now listen. One cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. Okay, remember this is a real tree now. They deck it with silver and with gold, with silver and gold. We deck it with plastic and popcorn. Okay, they fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. These are idols, okay? Once again, for the customs of the people are vain. That's a warning right now. And I'm being told that did you get to have it? Don't be let the kids be the kids. Once again, for the customs of the people are vain. That whole tradition thing will get you slaughtered. If you think that you can walk in the ways of your parents and your grandparents did this and that, and you're gonna get slaughtered. That is Yahweh Bashim Shai has given it to the prophets to wake his people up. And those that he don't want woke will remain in the congregation of the dead. Okay? Right where they belong. For real. And no, it ain't. But what's your opinion? My opinion can't do nothing for you or me. This is the will of Yahweh Basim Yahushai. All right. This is the book of Micah 2 and 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Okay. I don't give a fuck about your Christmas trees. I don't give a fuck about Christmas presents. You know what I'm saying? We want to serve Yahweh Basim Yahushai to the best of our ability. Okay. Arise and depart, for this is not your rest. Depart. I'm not hopping on an airplane and going to another nation. No, this is depart. Break away from the mentality. This place is the Matrix. This place is Allison and Wonderson land, okay? Not Matrix digital, Matrix that you're living in a house of lies. What do they call it? The card, a house built of cards, okay? It's all around us is fictionated, okay? Arise and depart, for this is not your rest. These their customs, their ways, their filthy decrees, because it is polluted, and it shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. See, that's a warning. You cannot live like these people and think that the Lord will show you favor. It's not going to happen. There's no way around it at all. Okay, I'm gonna come back up to verse 1. Okay, because this is the people you're dealing with. I want to read this back again at verse 10. Now look at this is the book of Micah. All of this information is contained right here. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Our people come about this mentality. Wake up now. There's no black, there's no Indian, there's no Mexican. We belong to tribes. Okay, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. Okay, your whorehouses, which are your churches, your government with their wicked establishment, anything, all things that you pour your attention in your school, your kids going to school to be indoctrinated, okay, to be lied to. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destructions. Once again, your holidays that you celebrate as you disregard the actual feast days that are in the scriptures that were meant for you, so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics. Okay, Yasharahla, he Prince of Power. Now let's go up and see who he wants us to depart from. Woe unto them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. Didn't I read to you Job 9 and 24? The earth is given to the hands of the wicked. Okay. To work evil upon their beds. Now, do we know who these are? The elites. Okay. Starting with your Rothschilds, your the people that are not even seen, not your wicked politicians who they take orders from. No, the people above them who why you should know that Trump is a puppet. Trump does not have power. That man to be out of here the second they say enough is enough. It's order out of chaos how they use these leaders, okay? And then ultimately it is the will of Yahweh Shah, okay? Woe unto them that deviseth iniquity and work evil upon their beds. They dream it, okay? When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands and their hand, okay? The pen, all right? The legislation, all right? And let's get straight to it. What is one of these major woes that are gonna come? Okay, hold on. Let's get it. Second Corinthians 2 and 11. Least Satan shall get an advantage over us. This is Paul, okay? New Testament. For we are not ignorant. Who is not ignorant? The servants of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. For we are not ignorant of his devices, okay? That whorehouse, that pastor that's still pimping you out of money with them smooth buttery words, okay, teaching you nothing, bringing you no closer to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You don't even have the name. That's one of his devices, okay. That 501c3 church bullshit. Okay, you believing in the government, Republican, Democrat, Palladian prescription back in the day. Now Republican, Democrat, both uh broken, dirty feathers of a wicked, trifling bird. Okay. All right. So Satan's devices. Okay. But here's a heavy device that's coming to you. All right. No doubt. And this ultimately will get pushed on you heavy, Jake. Okay. This is Revelations 13 and 16. And he calls of all. Who is he? Once again, who is running this earth right now? Edom. Okay. The wicked. All right. And he causeth all, both small and great. And yes, Edom is different tribes, just like Yasharahla. We have 12 tribes. They as well have 12. So what you see in those tiny hatters over there, the bastards dwelling in our land, that's causing this genocide and causing even over here problems for their own. Yeah, they're and they're known to hate each other, which is understandable. They should at this point. The Lord said He will rise the Egyptian against the Egyptian. They're both the same people. Little do they know they on the same team. Okay, He calls the all, both small and great. That is not your height. That is not how small you are, how tall you are. That is your status. From the least known to your biggest celebrity, bling. He calls us all small and great, rich and poor. Okay, free and bound. What's free and bound? Whether you think you out here walking these streets, going to the plantation, or you actually are bound into a plantation in one of these prisons. Okay, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. Okay, let's get that mark. Let's get that mark. Here we go. G40, G5480.
Strong's G 5480. Charagma. Charagma.
Koragma. And that's Greek, okay? And that is a stamp, a implanted mark.